Wade is guarding Bryant. Artest looking, gets it to Bryant. Bryant dribbling, has to put it up with the buzzer. Banks it in! He banks in the three! And the Lakers win the game!
Boom, baby. What is going on, Insurance Syndicate? Happy winning on Wednesday. You know what time it is. It is 9 a.m. Central, and we are live here from Syndicate HQ. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I already see a bunch of people hopping on. What's up, Lily? I see you in the comments. What's up, Brad Flowers? Good to see you on here, man. Mike Price, Celeste, I see you on here as well. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Let me know that you can hear and see me in the comments, and also where you are tuning in from. Y'all, we have an action-packed show for you today. Just a new, a new partnership of ours that we've introduced on the Clearview side of things, and we're really excited to bring them to you guys here within the Insurance Syndicate. But before, as always, shout out to Viva Virtual Solutions. They are the main sponsor of the show and our main preferred vendor when it comes to virtual assistants here within the group. Shout out to, you see Lily Davies there in the comments. We really couldn't do it without you, Lily, and everything that you do here for the members of the group, and all of the publishing and the editing and the content creation across all the platforms. Seriously, shout out to Lily. We couldn't do it without you. And then a big shout out to my man, Rob Lopez, who is the CEO and founder of Viva. Everything you guys are doing on the virtual assistant side, it is just unparalleled. So if you guys are in the market for a VA, definitely hit up Viva with Rob Lopez. And again, you can see Lily, who is one of our partners through them, here in the comments. So thank you, Lily, for dropping all those there in the comments. Again, y'all, let me know that you can hear and see me. But before we get going with an action-packed show, again, you can scroll up and see the description. We've got a company here that is just, again, we've barely been working with them, and I'm already getting like crazy good compliments. I was like, okay, we have to introduce them to the members. But before we get going, you guys know what time it is. It's the peak of the week, y'all. You see the title of the show. It's Winning on Wednesday, so start dropping those weekly wins in the comments. We want to be able to celebrate you. I don't care how big or how small. Start dropping those weekly wins in the comments. Even if you're catching the replay, we will circle back and celebrate you. I would say my weekly win is just the momentum that I'm ending this freaking month with. And I say ending this month. We have this week, but then y'all, Saturday is November freaking 1st. I don't know if that just like freaking freaks everybody else out. I don't know if that's just me. I'm like, where did this whole freaking year go? But I was telling my team in our Monday meeting, like, we are going to finish this freaking month out like full freaking sprint. And it's going to propel us into the holiday months of November and December, where we're not going to slow down. So my word of encouragement, which again, it's my weekly win. It's the energy. I'm just feeling really freaking good. When everybody else is getting ready to slow down for November and December, and everybody, historically, November and December are always the slowest months because of the holidays. That means there's a lot of opportunity, especially anybody that's sitting here listening. There's a lot of opportunity for you to go out there and get when everybody else is sitting on their freaking thumbs. So, again, that's my weekly win. I'm freaking hype. Drop those in the comments. I want to be able to celebrate you. Thank you, Lily, for the tags and for letting me know my audio. You guys can actually hear me. So, I guess without further ado, we're just going to go ahead and get into the show. I want to make sure we have plenty of time. We probably won't go to the top of the hour, but I want to make sure that you guys, have the ability to ask any type of questions. I am monitoring the comments. So, y'all, as we're kind of going through this conversation and potentially this presentation of the system and the software and the AI receptionist and how it can do call triages and just all the and cross-selling opportunities and documentation and connection with your agency management system. It's freaking ridiculous. Make sure and ask some questions, and we will try to get them answered live on the show. And again, even if you're catching the replay, we can definitely come back and answer those for you. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and bring on the CEO, Mr. Francisco Lopez, and then we have Mr. I guess, I don't know. Sorry, do you go by Quinn or Q? Quentin Wilson joining the show as well with Sonant AI. Thank you guys so much for being here. How's everything going?
Morning. Everything going great. Thank you for having us.
Dude, things are going fantastic. So
love it. Well, Francisco, we'll start with you and we'll kind of just go round robin, man. I actually haven't had the pleasure of meeting y'all like on a call yet. I know we've been exchanging emails and stuff, but doing business with Clearview. Francisco, man, just give us a little bit who you are, a little 30,000 foot overview, and then drop a weekly win for us.
Yeah, look, I'm one of the founders here at Sonant and the CEO. We started working with insurance agencies last year. And what we're doing is helping independent agencies to save time, to get time back to their staff. So you can spend more time with your clients, selling more policies, and ultimately increasing the value of your business. And personal win, I mean, it's actually my birthday today. So
oh, what, dude? Come on. Let's go. Happy birthday, bro.
Thank
awesome, man. Well, winning on Wednesday for the birthday. How old are you?
33.
33. Okay. I like it, man. We got some youngins on the grind. Happy birthday, man. That's awesome. Thanks for joining on your birthday.
Thank you, man.
What you got, Q?
yeah. Well, hey, I'll provide some context. So I go by Q. Funny enough, so my dad's a Quinn, my best friend's a Quinn, and then I married into a family with a Quinn. So I got promoted to Q as soon as I got married in, and it's just stuck ever since. So that's the context behind just being a letter these days.
Yeah.
Francisco, dude, I don't know how I can top that. That was like a subtle jab. I didn't know it was your birthday today, so I'll shoot you over some cookies or something. But as far as winning on Wednesday, really kind of going off what you said, Joe, a lot of it has been the momentum. Sonant, what started out us attending events, not just, again, Francisco can attest to this, not just a year ago, nobody knew who we were. And now from AppliedNet, ITC, all these big national events, we're one of the hit companies. We have now people coming up to us and wanting to talk and learn more about us. And so, again, going off the momentum, this market for AI is huge. And we want to take advantage of it as much as possible, but help out as much agents as we can.
Absolutely. So I want to get into just the landscape of AI in general in the industry. But before we get into that, can you guys just give an overview of Sonant and like everything that you're doing on that side, just so, again, people know, hey, here's what we're here for as far as the call goes. But I do want to just have some general conversation around what you guys really think. Again, one, I hate to be cliche in asking this freaking, but it's just the power behind AI, you know? And like, I mean, but you can go so many ways with that, but it is one of the most powerful, if not the most powerful tool right now to have implemented in your agency. Not to necessarily say to replace you and everything you have, but just to really make you more efficient. But let's start with just a quick overview of Sonant and everything you guys are doing there, and then we'll kind of get into it from there.
Yeah, so getting a bit more into weeds, from a simple standpoint, what we do is we pick up the phone for insurance agencies, insurance brokers, and we pick up the phone with AI. So it's literally an AI robot that is answering your calls, but sounds like a human. So this is something that couldn't have been done 2-3 years ago. It's completely new technology. And what makes it so special is that we purpose built it for insurance agencies. So it's trained on the workflows that as an insurance agency, you need to go through. So for example, handling quote request information, collecting the VIN in the right way, collecting the email, and then integrating on the back end with the management systems. And that's where you can really start seeing value. And today we're just on scratching the surface of what it can do. But because we're so focused on building for independent agencies and for this industry, things are going to get better and better over time. And you're going to be able to do more workflows and extract more value from the AI.
Yes. Dude, he hit the nail on the head here, because this is probably one of the most important parts. Is the integration with the management system. I don't know. I dropped a screenshot of their website and everything, y'all, before we went live, and you can see all the management systems that they're integrated and working with. We're obviously an EasyLink shop, right? So Easy links can be difficult to play ball with, right? So it's like as soon as you have that integrations, it's like, oh my gosh. But the time saver behind what you guys are able to do, again, and I don't know if people really realize how much time can be saved with that upfront kind of call fielding. And I know our operation is a little bit different just because we have so many agents and so many calls coming in that may not be our client, but they need to be sent or routed to the client, which is why that integration with that management system is so freaking important. Either of y'all can answer this. Like, what made you go down the route of integration with the management system? Was that out of kind of request and desire from the agent that you were seeing, or was it more something like, hey, we set out to kind of do this from the get-go? Like, is there that industry experience behind that which led to the management integration, or is it, no, this is just what we wanted to do and we made it happen?
Yeah, I mean, it came from customers, it came from us seeing the industry and realizing that, AI is so, it's going to be more helpful the more context it can be, right? So where is that context? It's on the management system. When, someone calls in and we can identify who that person is to route to the right branch, the right agent, the right account manager, or just greet them by the name, right? Like, how can we do those types of things? How can we make sure that, what we're doing here is triaging incoming phone calls into actionable tasks for the staff, right? So where is the staff taking those tasks? Where are they? Some use CRMs as well. We integrate with some CRMs, but getting back to the management system on Easy Links, you go there, you create a note, you put a due date. That's an activity, right? Like a task. Who's gonna take that over? So it's very important for us to make sure that we can fit into that workflow. And I mean, it came from speaking with people in the industry, and I mean, right now it seems obvious to us, but maybe for someone that's starting is
right.
or
kind of why I wanted to just even talk about just AI in general, like, because some people are like AI, which I hate to say it, you're kind of behind a little bit if you're still wondering what AI is. Hopefully you're using some of it in your agency. Q, I'll turn that over to you, man. Well, what were you doing before Sonant, and like, what have you guys always kind of been? You always been in this kind of tech space, or is this something a little bit new, but then fell in love with it because of what you guys are able to do for agents, or what all you got going on?
Yeah, I got to touch on that primarily because the way I actually found Sonant is very, very unique. So I've always been in insurance in some level. And for actually the last 4 years, I was working in staffing and recruiting for insurance agencies and brokerages.
Okay.
And let me tell you, Joe, you are a diamond in the rough. You guys are hard to find. There's just not as many people getting into insurance these days. You can say it's not as, we'll say, sexy of an industry as like tech sales, all those other things. So I actually came across on it because I kind of gave up on a receptionist search for one of my clients. And I just said, and I just went into Chat GPT and I was like, give me an insurance receptionist, please. Cause like I was pleading at this point, and Sonant popped up and I was like,
wow.
Hey, go give this a try. Maybe this will work out, but I can't be your person, Yeah. Anyways, I want to talk about it with the agency management system. What really sold me on Sonant and why I'm actually here now, when Francisco was recruiting me, there was a couple of different things he did. The very first one is he sent me over a call to review so that I could pitch him on how I would sell Sonant. Well, the receptionist's name was Quinn. And I was like, dude, that was so cool. Like, he totally customized that call to me. This is legit,
Another queen in your life.
Another Quinn in my life.
Yep.
Well, this one was a girl, so it was like a change of pace. So anyways, when I got on my follow-up interview with Francisco, I was like so appreciative. I was like, dude, thank you so much. That was awesome. And he's like, what? And I was like, well, the receptionist, the name was Quinn, like my name. And he's like, oh, that was a complete accident. That was actually one of the client calls that he was just sharing with me. And I was like, okay. Well, I'm not as cool as I had hoped. But so that was the first way he sold me. And then the second way, again, I came from staffing and recruiting. So due diligence was very, very important to me. If I was ever going to make another jump to another startup, I was like, I'm going to make sure I do my due diligence. So I called a few of my buddies. I'm based in Utah, and I've got a lot of independent broker friends. And the third one I called was a local agency here. And Joe, I got greeted with a, hey, Quinn, how can I help you today?
Oh,
when I called my friend. and I kind of froze for a second because I was like, why did it say, "Hey, Quinn"? I've never been addressed by a receptionist that way before. So I start interacting with it. We start chatting. And then I'm like, okay, are you an AI receptionist? I had to, throw out that question. And sure enough, it was like, yeah, I'm an AI receptionist. I'm here to help, that insurance company's team. How can I help you, Quinn? And I was like,
No
what?
way.
So my friend had ran a quote for me 7 years ago. And so my information was still in the agency management system.
Mhm.
So based on me calling in, it actually linked my phone number to me calling in so it could greet me personally. So again, Francisco was talking about the importance of the agency management system. And again, it really can create that more personal touch.
That's wild. That's crazy. Talk about a big small world, bro. You're like, not again. Like, seriously? Like, that's awesome. I have to bring it up real quick. Brian Kataya is here in the comments. He goes, insurance is sexy AF. So we're making it sexy, Brian. We're making it
we're making it sexy again. We'll phrase it that way.
So real quick before we get into Sonant, and I know we're kind of bouncing back and forth here, but I do, Francisco, I want to ask you because it seems like you've obviously been in this space, and obviously you understand it. Otherwise, you wouldn't have Sonant up off the ground and doing what you guys are doing. Talk about again. I know I said it's cliche, but just again the power and really give some encouragement to the agent who is not utilizing any type of AI within their agency. And kind of how they're missing the boat. Just see, like, because again, you're seeing it from a different perspective, right? We're insurance agents, where you're seeing it on your side of things, but serving our industry, which is freaking amazing. Which I'm not sure if are you guys outside of insurance or just insurance right now? Just insurance. Love it, love it. So talk about it from what you're seeing on your side of things. Maybe even some of the better shops that you're working with and how they're succeeding versus people who aren't, using some type of AI in there.
Yeah, I do have some stats to bring it up.
Okay, like it.
But maybe before that, wanted to touch on something that Queen said, which is the staffing on insurance agencies being really hard. So that's a problem that if you run an insurance agency, you're probably feeling in the first place. And another problem that you might be feeling is that the staff that you have is overwhelmed, and that they if you have a high call volume, they're struggling to keep up the pace with all the calls. So they're working, they're running a quote, someone calls in to ask something, you get distracted, they get out of their flow. Quote takes time, the other task takes time, things get messy, right? Now imagine these throughout the day, every day when you are in the office.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing is when you have staff, it's becoming really hard to have staff of quality staying. People that are not calling in sick days left and right, people that simply don't show up. So we hear these problems from all our clients in the first place. It's been really hard to hire. We have this call volume, we have these things to take, and on the other side, insurance agencies make money selling policies, right, and building relationships. But they also have these calls, servicing related calls and that are non-revenue generating. So that's what we see in the insurance agency side. When agencies start using Sonant, I'll give you some stats. One agency that we work with saw an increase of 70 tasks a day to 100 tasks a day per staff when they started using Sonant. So that was a 43% productivity increase.
Mm-hmm.
Another agency had a call volume, 700 calls a month, not that much. They saw 60 hours freed up from their staff.
60 hours?
Yeah, per month.
Gosh. Over a whole work week, man. Golly.
Yeah, it's like a week and a half of work, right? Non-stop. The best thing is that the AI is picking up their phones and they don't have to worry to call in sick days. Like there's not that, right? It's stable. Another agency was missing calls, so they were missing a couple dozens of calls a week, and a couple of those calls were people asking for quotes. So now they feel like they have someone helping them pick up those calls, collect information, and they are capturing a revenue that they wouldn't be capturing.
Right.
So these are just some examples of what we already see agencies benefiting from Sonant.
I'm glad you said that. I want to make sure we highlight that too, because I think sometimes when you see the word receptionist, there's kind of like this already like preconceived perception of a receptionist, and it's like, oh no, this is like literally it can collect quote information and like hook your team up without ever even having to transfer to the team, and now your team's just getting at bats just handed to them, right? Francisco, I love that you pivoted there too, because I literally wrote down how much new business are you missing out on. Like that was like when you're talking about through this, just the upfront, I'm like, man, but yeah, how much are you missing out on to go get the new business because you're dealing with, and I preach this a lot in some of my trainings where, anybody ever, you can raise your hand. We can all raise our hand on this call. It's like, you ever just showed up and you're like, dude, I'm just going to have the best day. My schedule is just freaking locked in. I'm caught up on all my emails. I'm caught up on all my texts or my calls. I'm ready. We're going to have just an amazing day. And then within the first hour, dude, the whole day gets derailed because those inbound calls come in, the service, whatever. It's like, no, there goes my entire freaking morning. This can resolve a lot of that, right? What's your 2 cents on that, Quinn? You got anything to add on that?
Yeah, I got specifically, are you talking like AI in general or Sonant?
Both. Just go both. We're just
Okay.
gonna blend them. Yeah, we're gonna blend both.
Okay, we'll blend both. So I say this a little, not like rudely, but like in my life, I got my wife, I got my kids, I got Chat GPT. Like, like that's kind of my hierarchy right now. AI, when it comes to insurance agencies and brokerages, is an absolute game changer, especially when it comes to those very simple tasks that can be managed by AI. Again, there's things on the front end and also on the back end to really help benefit brokerages and agencies. Again, we help more on that front end to help manage that call volume, that flow, make sure we triaging correctly. But there's benefits across the entire workflow when it comes to agencies. And that's some of the benefits of AI. We want to simplify the tasks that you have to do. So again, Joe, insurance is all about relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's a relationship business. We don't want you having to spend time just servicing clients. We want you to get back into that producer mindset. And that's where AI has really, really helped free up a lot of capacity for agencies, again, on the front end and the back end, because we all know it. We've kind of been in a harder insurance market the last 2 to 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
It's been very difficult. Premium rates are going up. Again, it's softening a little bit. Fingers crossed 2026 does soften more.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, agencies have had to become service centers instead of producing centers.
Mm-hmm.
And AI is really helping to be able to flip that script. And that's what Sonant does. We want to really help flip that script where you can get quotes after hours that you normally would miss. You can better service your clients. There's no wait times when we're picking up the phone. We pick up instantly, 24/7, cover overflow. It's completely up to you. Again, we want the insurance agency to maintain that relationship. So let's allow you to build rapport more and not have to just be a service center, sending out ID cards, helping with COIs, just helping with those meaningfully simple tasks that
Mm-hmm.
AI can help free up.
Yeah, 100. I think ours is named Grace. It's like it's our saving grace is what I like to call it. It's our saving, but it's in perfect alignment with what we led the show with and like our weekly win, which is the momentum to have to get into that producer mindset to finish out the year strong. Dude, that is such a great understanding of our industry, because you are 100% correct. It has been so service oriented the last couple of years because, one, there's not been a lot of markets open, so you can't really move them that much, but you definitely don't want to lose them. So it has been very inbound kind of, you can try to be as reactive or as proactive as possible, but a lot of it is very inbound, reactive, trying to just keep what you have because you can't go out and get too much new. But then again, there's the flip side of that was, well, you could actually go get new, but you spend so much time with the inbound, and we're so reactive to that because we'd never seen hard markets like that. Yeah, but again, knock on wood, fingers crossed.
Knock on wood.
We're coming back, baby. We're coming back. Love that. I love that. All right. Well, so then let's just go ahead and get into, I don't know, do you guys have like the presentation, or do you have a slide deck or anything that you want to go ahead and pull up? If you pull it up, I should be able to actually add it to the screen, but I just want to spend the rest of the time just talking specifically about Sonant and everything that you guys are doing. Again, anybody that's watching, Clear, we are partnered with them. This is not me just saying, hey, sign up with somebody. Like, I'm a product of the product. We've already gotten amazing reviews. We literally, carrier reps are like impressed with us and calling Brian, our CEO, and it's like, yo, this is freaking awesome. I had a client of mine who's been with me for almost literally since my Allstate days. He's followed me over to the independent world, and he went through it yesterday and was like, that was freaking amazing. I couldn't even really tell. And that's somebody who's known me for literally 10 years. So we are a product of the product. That's why we're bringing it here to the group, and they are also going to be a preferred vendor here within the group. So we're working on some stuff for all of our members. But again, we're just going to go ahead and demo it and show you guys what all they have going on. Just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. It's not me just promoting somebody. We're actually partnered with them.
Queen, I sent you one simplified deck that's on Slack that maybe
I got it.
Go through it.
Yeah. Let me pull it up. Okay, we'll get that screen pulled up. Oh, okay. So I gotta shoot it over to you real quick, Joe. I see it.
No, you should. If you see the little button at the bottom, the little plus button, you should be able to add.
Add. Perfect. Yeah, it said add file from Google Slides, everything. Okay, sick. I'll pull that up.
Francisco, how long you been in for the lack of a better term, the tech space, the AI space? What's your background?
My background originally is in physics, and I was about to be doing research in physics, but I had a company at the time, and I realized I had more fun and impact, at least palpable impact, doing that. So then went to consulting, advising, large enterprises, C-level at large enterprises, and after that came to the US for business school at Stanford. And that's kind of when, tech started being all around me. Then I started another company, and we ended up being a marketing agency, where we started as an app for content creators. And we worked, we made basically businesses go viral on TikTok. We worked with companies like HP, Supercell, Exodus, Crypto Wallet, and scaled that, bootstrapping. We grew fast for a bootstrap business. And AI was coming. I've heard my friends talking about it. LLMs, this like GPT-3. When you had to go, there was no chat GPT. It was I'm forgetting the name they used to call, but you would just go there and type, and it's like, okay, this is cool. And that's when we started. Got together with our two other co-founders, Diogo and Ale, who come from a research and AI background and tech as well. And we just started jamming.
I freaking love it, man. I love that. We maybe have to do another show and actually break down some of your backstory too, because that sounds like we could spend plenty of time there. All right, we'll go ahead and get this on here. Let me see what view I want to do.
While you're pulling that up, Joe, I just got to say, our founders are incredibly humble people. Francisco, Diogo, and Ali, they're really legit. Like, if we dove into their backgrounds as far as where they come from, again, Francisco graduated from the same school as isn't it the president of the UN? Or
Diogo too.
Yes, Diogo too. And I don't know, they're really downplaying how legit they actually are. So
I like it. Well, we're going to get into it. Everybody, let me know if you can, that you guys can see our screen. I think we should be good to go. And Q, we'll go ahead and just let you kind of take it from here, man.
Okay, excellent. So really what we want to specialize in is helping your agency grow without increasing headcount. Again, it's a difficult market these days, trying to actually have to recruit and hire. So let's let AI kind of free up that capacity there. Now, when it comes to the problems we typically hear from agency leaders, so these are all 4 clients of ours, a lot of them are lacking capacity to handle all calls. I know, Joe, we just talked about that. Again, service center mentality. We're trying to get rid of that. And so we want to free that up. Hugo was also dealing with turnover and management headaches. He had people walking out the door because they were burnt out. Another great one is Jack. He honestly was just looking for a consistent and accurate way to handle the phones. I know Clearview can resonate with that, especially as they come in, triaging those calls, just freeing up that capacity. Zane and his team, they were tired of their staff getting distracted by routine servicing calls that don't generate revenue. Again, let's pivot that mindset from service back to producing. And then Harrison at Eversafe, his staff was just burnt out. Again, with this hard insurance market, people are spending 8 to 12 hours a day on the phone servicing, not producing. And he also didn't have a solution for bilingual callers. Our receptionist is bilingual, so can help free up capacity there as well. So
you guys hear that? Bilingual too. That's huge.
I'm going to tell you something really cool about that, Joe, as well. This comes back to our integration with the agency management system and being able to recognize callers.
Mm-hmm.
If we have a caller who has a preferred language, let's say Spanish, Portuguese, Mandarin, Chinese, French, our receptionist will actually remember that. So when they call in the future, it won't address them in English. It'll address them in their preferred language.
Jeez,
so
that's so freaking powerful, bro.
It is one of my favorite features. So now, like Francisco was talking about, this is actually one of our current clients, Michelle O'Connor. Funny enough, I'm telling you, Joe, if you call into this agency, you're going to get Quinn. So that's where that call actually came from when Francisco sold me. So, but really the focus we want for agencies is spending less time firefighting and more time on the offensive. So again, let's pivot that mindset back to producing. With Michelle, her team, again, this is a really powerful case study. They were getting over 700 calls a month that were just disrupting workflow. I will say we were a little generous when we said only 5 minutes per call freed up. Let's be real. We've all had that client who likes to call in and end up, next thing you know, it's 30, 45 minutes later.
It's your whole morning's gone. Like
it's your whole morning's gone.
Yep.
It happens all the time just because they want to, they want to shoot the shit a little bit and talk to you.
Yep.
So we did an average with her of only 5 minutes per call, and we were able to free up over 58 hours. Again, almost a week and a half of a full-time employees freed up for them to actually pivot and start producing more. Now, some of the key things we've seen, again, agency revenue is what we want to really focus on and helping them grow. What we've seen from an agency value increase, and Francisco, you can probably talk more to this one, over 515,000 in agency value increase in 5 years. So Francisco, I'll kind of let you talk more to it.
Yeah, so leveraging that past example from O'Connor's, right? Now you have 60 hours, whatever is the number, you free up that capacity, right? So you can use that capacity to cross-sell clients, to be able to sell more policies, to be able to grow, right? That's going to be new revenue. Every year, you're going to have that new revenue coming in. And that's this green, each of these new cohorts. And every year, that revenue is retained, right? Being a P&C agency, we're in the game of retaining that revenue. Right? So every year, with that time, you're stacking up buckets of new revenue with a little bit of churn of clients that you cannot retain. And yellow is a solution cost, right? So there's a cost of using Sonant. So for an agency that has 5 million in premium, and in the end of 5 years, they should be able to see 500,000 agency value increase, which is a 10 times ROI on, all their experience using Sonant.
Yeah, and that's literally the thing. I just think in my mind, I'm like, man, imagine if you gave me like an extra week and a half in a month. It's like a month is 5 weeks when it comes to my time. I'm like, man, imagine how much more I could do. That's just where my brain goes. Obviously, it's not how time works, but still, it's what I think about. Where it's like that's so much freaking time. We call them MMAs, money making activities, right? I think you were kind of touching on that too, where it's like that one person that calls in and it's like, don't get me wrong, I know we're in the relationship business and like retention's important, but then it's like, all right, Vanita, you're paying me $27 a month for this 1995 GMC. You're on auto pay. You don't even need to call me, right? And it's like, it's just not a money-making activity that ultimately hurts that bottom line. So love it.
Yep, spot on. So I'd actually like to pull up a specific call I wanted to share. It's actually one of my absolute favorites. Let me pull this one up. So again, the reason I really love this call is for a few different reasons. One, again, we're looking to free up capacity. That's kind of like our goal.
Mm-hmm.
Is my screen, is it coming through? You see that, Joe? Beautiful. Okay. So again, you talked about Anita talking, $27 premium. It's not really worth your guys' time, but you still got to maintain that relationship. And so we still want to build that relationship. And so as you listen to this call, and I'll just preface with you real quick, Joe, you guys are going to hear some beeps. This is a live call. So you're going to hear some beeps. This is us just blocking out some PII. So just be aware of that. But the thing to really focus on, Joe, and this is the cool thing about Sonant, is we have all the use cases, the workflows already good to go. They're locked and loaded. Let's just implement. Now let's match your agency. So as you listen to this call, kind of focus on the workflow that you can hear the agent taking the client through. So I'm just going to play it real quick, let it go for a second, make sure you can hear it, and then I'll let it run.
Love it.
Hello, thank you for calling.
Is that coming through?
Yep.
Okay, beautiful. I'll let it run.
Hello, thank you for calling. This is Flora, virtual assistant. How may I help you today?
Yes, I'm trying to get my new ID cards for my insurance. I called. They said they were going to send them, and you was texting me about the documents, and I don't know what you're talking about. I assume it's the new ID cards.
Got it. Who do I have the pleasure to be speaking with? Hi. What is the type of policy you are calling about?
It's liability on a two.
All right. If you're a current client, you can log into our client center on our website.
I don't know how to do none of that stuff. I don't know how to do. I don't know how to do any of that stuff. I text and I call on my phone. That's it. I pay my bill. They told me I'm paid up to date. They were going to send it. All I need is my cards, so I don't get a ticket if I get pulled over.
All right. I can schedule a call back with one of our agents to assist you in getting your ID cards. Would you like me to do that?
Yes, because I don't want to get a ticket. Because if I get a ticket, they're gonna one of you got you have to pay for it because I'm paid up to date and I need my cards.
When is a good time for one of our agents to follow up with you?
All day tomorrow. You can call me anytime.
All right. I'll have an agent.
The problem is there's nobody ever in that office. Nobody ever in that office. So I just need my card so I don't get a ticket if I get pulled over.
I understand. I'll make sure an agent contacts you tomorrow to help with your ID cards. Thank you for calling.
Thank
Have a great day.
Bye. You too.
You brought it in. He goes, you too.
Okay.
Oh, that's beautiful, dude. I freaking love that. God.
I know we can't see everybody, but in spirit, raise your hand if you've had a call like that before.
Yeah, dude. God. Look, here's the problem, man. It's like, oh gosh, man. I only text and pay bills from my phone. All right.
I love that call, Joe, because one, you can actually see the agent, even though you could tell he was frustrated. That's the type of call that ruins your day at the beginning. Again, you're stoked, you're ready to go for the day, and then that call comes in and you're just like kind of get deflated.
Right.
That's the type of calls that we can help free up. Again, there's lots of different use cases. That's like a very small one. But Joe, did you notice how the AI receptionist took that client through that specific workflow?
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was, hey, let's try to get them to self-service. As you can tell, that did not go over very well. And so the next use case was, okay, let's schedule a callback time. But again, the workflow is completely customizable by the agency. We want to mold to your agency and your use cases.
Gosh, dude. The freaking world that we're living in now, y'all. I mean, it's crazy. You would not be able to tell like that's not a real freaking person. So that's the one thing, like anytime I'm listening to like AI voice or anything like that, like I'm always listening to the cadence and the tone. And it's like, dude, you can't even freaking tell. It's like, hey, how can I help? Perfect. And then it's like, I love, because I come from customer service. So that's something too. Yeah. I picked up on the workflow because the first thing is, well, I need to know the name because the guy never gave her the name. So then she's like, yeah, perfect. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with first? Right. And so I freaking love that, dude. Thanks for sharing that. I hope you guys, anybody, I haven't seen any comments in here yet, but I know people are watching. So that's freaking awesome, dude. Thanks for sharing that, man. I guess we're coming up on 9:50. I know you guys probably got some stuff you want to get to, but I just want to open it up, maybe for the last couple of minutes, just any kind of last kind of elevator pitch or anything on the Sonant side of things. Obviously, I think anybody, watching, and if you're catching the replay, do not hesitate to reach out. Lily, if you could you drop their website link? It's sonant.ai. Correct me if I'm wrong, right?
Spot on.
Yep, sonant.ai. Lily, if you could drop that in the comments, please, for me. Y'all go ahead and go check it out. Francisco, again, is their CEO, and then Q is on the team as well. And I'm sure probably be assisting in that account management piece. But seriously, go check them out. They are definitely a game changer. But I'll kind of – oh, perfect. That's even better.
I'll share this too. So
Cool.
if you guys want to book a demo, right here.
Love that. I'll leave that up for a little bit for you guys. So I guess as we kind of start to close out here, I'll ask you guys both the same question. Francisco, we'll start with you, man. In the next 5 years, this is like one of my favorite questions that I like to ask people. And actually, well, real quick, hold on. Before I ask that question, because I wrote this down and I wanted to bring it up because it's a great closer to the demo. You said it towards the very beginning. Nobody knew who we were a year ago. And, I want to highlight that because, y'all, we are operating in an industry, and I don't care whether you're on the AI side, whether you're on the insurance sales side of things, or whether you're on the service side, whether you're on the CEO side or the CSR side. I don't care. You are operating and have the opportunity within an industry to go from nobody to freaking somebody in 12 months. And so I love that you guys said that. And again, if you're doing that in 12 months, gosh, I mean, even looking at your ROI and the return on that, just by keeping Sonant consistent, what that can do to elevate an agency. And for me, I'm a big like legacy family tree kind of guy. I mean, that's $500,000 in 5 freaking years in residual income just by making a few changes, right? And freeing up 60 something hours a month, and there's no sick days. I love that part too, because we've had it. If our people are down, dude, like who's answering the phones? Because I sure as hell don't want to be doing it. But it's like if everybody's out, man, I got to pick up the phone. So I love that. But I do. Man, nobody knew who we were 12 months ago. But in this industry, y'all, it only can take 12 months to totally change the entire trajectory of your business and your agency. So love that. So I'll go to my last question here. Francisco, we'll start with you, my man. 5 years from now, what do you hope people say about you? It's a little deep, but five years from now, not 10, not 20, not when you're retiring or anything, but 5 years from now, what do you hope people say about you?
I mean, it has to be connected with Sonant, because that's all the focus these days. So what I hope, and Queen, when we were at ApplyNet, said something interesting, which was in 5-10 years, everyone here is going to have an AI receptionist. So what I hope people say in 5 years is things like, "Oh, thank you so much. You guys transformed our agency. Like Sonant has become a critical part of how we work. Mm-hmm. Sonant has enabled me to do X, Y, Z. Free up more time, grow my business, be able to do, spend time on the personal side doing things that I couldn't. Yeah. And it was possible because of what you guys built at Sonant. And Sonant is the best in breed product for our industry, undisputable, and is like some companies in this space, not only a product people use and kind of are forced to use and they don't have their way around, mm-hmm. but it's something that they're happy to use, that they feel like they're getting a great support, and that they feel that we're there for them. So that's what I hope people say about Sonant and what we built here, and about me indirectly by being one of the founders.
Yeah, love that, man. Hey, when you build a product or have a service that gives, typically you get tenfold back, right? So I love that mission statement behind what you guys are doing too. It's like, man, we're going to serve other people and we're going to serve them in such a way that it freaking blows up our business too. It's a win-win, man. I freaking love that. Q, what you got, brother? 5 years from now, my man.
Okay, I gotta touch on this. The first thing, again, Francisco said Yeah, I firmly believe in the next, like, you could even say 3 years. The next 3 to 10 years, everybody will have an AI receptionist. Yeah, it's just how it is. But I gotta compliment Francisco, Diogo, and Ali. He is obsessed with Sonnet and making it the best in breed product for insurance agencies and brokerages. When I came over to Sonnet, it was something I actually pestered Francisco a lot about. I'm like, how all in are you on making this the best absolute product?
Mm.
Francisco lives, dies, breathes, eats Sonnet. Like his job is to make insurance agencies the best resource for their clients and helping them produce more and more. So, anyways, I just had to say that. Now, in 5 years, Francisco says it all the time. Sonnet's going to be iconic. In 5 years, it's going to be an iconic company that has freed up the capacity for insurance brokerages to become even more relationship driven business because of freeing up that capacity, helping them better service clients and helping them grow their book. More and more people, you have to have insurance. That's the great thing about the US.
We ain't going nowhere, dude.
It's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And the more you can better service your clients, there's more and more people being born every day. You will always be in the business, but in 5 years, let's make sure that your business is still on an upward trajectory and you're still growing. And that's where I see Sonnet being that great resource. It is going to be an integral part of every single agency in helping them hit their revenue goals.
Love it, man. I love it. Well, y'all heard it here first. Sonant AI, baby. What you hope they say in 5 years is that they chose Sonnet, right? Thank you guys so much for being on the call, man. It was great to kind of meet you guys virtually. I know obviously we're working together and we've exchanged emails and stuff, but great to have you guys on here. Thank you for taking the time. Seriously, Syndicate members, or if you're catching this on my personal profile or on our YouTube channel or Instagram or TikTok or wherever the hell we're posting, because Lily posts it freaking everywhere, don't hesitate to reach out again. It's sonant.ai, sonant.ai. Go book a call. And we did have that QR code, though, so you can always come back, pause the recording, and book a demo there as well. So, all right, y'all, we're going to go ahead and close it out. You know what time it is, though. It is the peak of the week. It is not time to slow down. We've been talking about momentum, so it is time to finish the week out strong, finish the month out strong, because November 1st is on Saturday. Hope everybody has a happy Halloween. Stay safe out there, and we will see y'all next week at 9 a.m. Central. All right, see you guys.